What's up, everybody? We are finally live. Yes, it's only 7 minutes late, but you know what? At least it's not 15. I am JohnnyKpicks. Alongside me is my co-host, Blood Money MMA Bets, Cody, and we are here with three special guests. We got Mushroom MMA, and we got the Chronic Combat Conversation guys, TB and the Guru. What is up, everybody? Cody, I'll let you start this off. What are you looking forward to today, and how are you feeling with your bets?
Man, I'm just looking forward to this card. It's pretty good. It's got some pretty good fights on it. Feeling pretty good about my bets. I'll probably lose, 3 months off my life.
You're not probably gonna lose, Cody. Come on.
No, I'm gonna lose time off my life. I have 4 over-unders.
Oh, okay.
So I don't usually breathe, So them over 2.5s are usually pretty tough, holding the breath for 12.5 minutes. So. But we're going to get there. I know me and Guru, we're on a good bet today together. So I know we're going to hit that just like last week. And these are rare bets. These are different bets. I like when we're all on
right on. And we got Mushroom MMA in the house. What's up, man? How you doing and how you feeling today?
Good, Johnny. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for having me. Yeah, man, I'm fucking excited, dude. It's UFC fight night. I'm fucking ready. I like my spots. And I want to hear what a bunch of sharp motherfuckers do. How can you beat this? What a way to spend a Saturday.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, sir. And then we got the Triple C combat conversations coming up here. What is up, guys? Tell us how you are feeling.
I need to know, Mushroom. Mushroom, is this cutting into your lunchtime? I need to know.
It's not right now. No, I already ate lunch. Not even cutting it at dinner. I'll order something during the fight.
There we go.
No, but Johnny, seriously, we're wonderful. We're honored to be here. One of the biggest cards of the year, Sean O'Malley taking on Aljamain Sterling. Unbelievable. Zhang Weili defending her belt after a long layoff. I mean, really couldn't be more excited. I think I'm looking most forward to, maybe it might be the return of Chris Weidman versus Brad Tavares, because I cannot pick that fight. For 5 years, I've been picking fights, every single fight. I may not submit it. I still don't know. I have so much trepidation about that fight, but I cannot wait for it.
I feel you. I think that fight's going to be a little weirder.
TB, how are you feeling? I know I just...
Yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Stress-free. Guru's got this whole thing. I don't got to do shit. It's amazing.
There we go. You just got to sit there and look like Julian Marquez, man. I was looking over.
Right? Julian Marquez. True, yeah. Get a little bit more of a beard. You're good to go there.
We got Kelvin Gastelum here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 170 or 170.
Yeah, I'm cutting weight.
Go.
For sure. Well, definitely check out Mushroom and the Chronic Combat Conversation guys. All their links and stuff are on the description below. So definitely go there, hit the subscribe button real quick. Come on back, and we'll still be here talking fights. But let's go through the chat real quick here. We got Herc MMA. What's up? Send me location or location. Okay. Thanks for coming out, man. Always appreciate that.
Weili style.
Weili, yeah. We got Derek in the house. What's up, Derek? So here we go. Let's build up that retirement fund. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming out as always. We got Isaiah in here. He said, I'm so torn. Is Marlon Vera winning? It's going to be a close one. I'll tell you that. We got our guy, AJ. What's up, AJ? Johnny K. Or Yanni K. Blood Money and Mushroom. Yeah. Today's going to be a good day. Of course, man. Definitely. Let's go. Isaiah said, Tavares, Zhang, Moneyline Parlay. Well, if you're talking to Guru, he does not know at all if Tavares is going to win or not. So, but we'll go over that for sure. Definitely stay tuned. We got Y House Roll. What's up, man? It's a nice panel. Let's go. Appreciate you coming out as always. And we got our guy Shady. Good luck with all your shitty bum ass bets. For sure.
That's an endearing thing too. So appreciate you coming out, Shady. And
then we got our guy Vitek too. He said, "What's up? Good luck. Good luck to you, Vitek, as well." Cucumber in the house. Hey, Mushroom and TB. So tell me, how does it feel to be sitting so close to a double dose of MMA betting greatness?
Wow.
That's a beautiful thing.
I'm honored. Thank you.
There we go.
Well, Mushroom is one of the best guys in the community, so we have to have him on. And he always has good stuff, good bets too, good DGen parlays. One just hit the other time. So
yeah,
he's going to give you some good parlays.
Yeah, that was an awesome one.
Sicky does MMA. What is up, Sicky? Definitely check out Sicky on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter too. He does great work each and every week. Appreciate you coming out, man. Paul, what's up, Paul? Greetings from Australia. Like and subscribe. Awesome, dude. Appreciate that, man.
Let's go.
Nephew Corrado. And we got Mayor Rouse. What's up? He said, what's up, gang? What's up, man? And we got New York City Robber. Is everyone noticing Sean's looking off, like intimidated a ton? Cody cashing. I think so too. I actually think that Sean realized that he's going to be in for a long night.
Like, dude, if I was a striker, like if you're a striker and you're going to fight Islam Makhachev, you got to act all freaking, confident in this.
You got to get confident. Dude, Aljo looked super confident.
It's like when you get, like most people, like if you're fighting St. Pierre, you had a puncher's chance, and that was everybody. It didn't like matter who you are. And I'm not saying Aljo's that, but he's kind of that level grappler.
Yep. And we got Real Fights Picks, MPTV. What is up? He said, I'm not scared of my fiance. I wish she would try to say something. Let's fucking go. We always appreciate you coming out, bro. We got H in the house. What's up, H? And we got Johnny New starting off the show with a donation. Always appreciate that, Johnny New. Which favorite on the main card is most likely to go to the judges on the main card? Vera fight. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Ian Gary and Vera.
Okay.
Good, yeah. Against Magny, yeah, absolutely.
Yep, I can see that. Other than that,
the Vera fight.
Because Weidman's not on the main card.
Nope.
I see the other ones finishing, basically, a lot of them.
Yeah, I do too. Bautista, Blackshear could be a sneaky over, but it just depends on Blackshear's cardio.
That's on the main card. Yeah.
Yeah. But Vera would be the one for sure that I would pick for sure. Tavares is doing it for Maui. Yes, sir. O'Malley's going to KO Sterling. Potentially.
I hope not.
We got Brandon in the house. What's up, gents? He said, what's up? Hello. And Bunny Hunter, our guy, what's up? He said, what's up, fellas? Rumble is the future. Andrea Lee, Ian, Pussy Gary, and Sugar Show locked. Okay. All right. O'Malley by knees. Sterling shooting with his head open. Only way I see O'Malley winning. Could possible.
I see him pushing him up against the fence.
Weidman's going to the shadow realm. There you go, Guru.
I don't know. I hope not. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Did you guys see Gary overreact to what Neil said in the interview? Yeah,
that was ridiculous. It made me, when I watched the press conference, I'm like, damn, now I gotta, what did he say? He beat his kid or some weird shit came out, and then it was just like talking shit. Like,
I mean, it wasn't like he was actually beating him. It was just if he did something wrong back in the day, you just get a butt whipping.
Yeah, I caught a ton of them. He sounded like Canelo Alvarez when Caleb Plant was like, fuck you, motherfucker. He's like, you said fuck my mom. And he like fucking punched him and shit. Like, no, bro, I'm talking shit here.
Just trying to hype up the fight, I guess. But let's get to the first fight. It's going to be Marina Morose versus Carini Silva. Cody, start this one off for us. Who do you like here and why?
Yeah, man. This is gonna be a good fight. You got Marina Morose, the Iron Lady from Ukraine. Good boxing. She's on like the national boxing team and stuff. Pretty decent offensive and defensive grappling, wrestling, and then she's got good jiu-jitsu off her back. She's got decent offensive jiu-jitsu too. You've seen her choke out Agapova. And she's really tough. She's really durable. She's never been finished, but she's fighting Carini Silva this time, who is a beast, man. These girls fought like 8 years ago, and Morose was able to armbar quick in that fight, but it was after Carini Silva took her down, was beating her up a little bit, and then just got caught in that armbar. But Carini Silva, decent striking, throws power, likes to set up her wrestling, get the fight to the ground where she submits people. Even though she's got 16 wins, 16 finishes, 8 submissions, 8 KOs, she's dangerous everywhere. And I would say in this fight that, like, since they fought last time, that Carini Silva's gotten better. I'm going to say she's gotten better. So I'm going to say this time when she gets the fight to the ground that she's going to be able to avoid the sub off the back and get her own sub. In her last 5 fights, she's got 5 different submission wins: a knee bar, darce, guillotine, arm bar, and heel hook. So she can literally do it all. And I think she gets it to the ground and gets this fight over in under 1.5 rounds, even though, like I said, Moreau's never been finished, but she's never fought a girl with 16 finishes. Well, she actually has fought her, but not recently.
Yeah.
But either way, I bet the under 2.5 at +100, because I think either girl can get it done. I think Carini Silva comes out here, goes really hard in that first round and a half to get this fight to the ground, because I think Morose does have better boxing and striking. And if she can't get it done in that first round and a half, I can see her tiring out, Morose getting on top, maybe getting herself a submission. So I just really like the under 2.5.
Mushroom, what do you like here?
Yeah, well, Fight Talk put out that collaboration parlay, and I'm on Morose. Actually, third round decision. I get it. I get Karina's dangerous. I get dangerous everywhere. She's dangerous on the feet. She's dangerous on the ground. But my concern is the 7.5 minutes of gas. Here's the thing. When she has been extended, she's lost. She's lost by decision when she gets extended. I think Morose can do enough. Of course, it's weather the early storm. Your butthole's going to be fucking puckered. But I think that's what's going to happen. That's why I lean for this fight. She's already a dog, and then I took that third round decision. I forgot what I even got that at, but I don't know.
Plus money.
Yeah, but it's plus money, absolutely. So yeah, I like that play there as part of that parlay. I'm gonna rock with it.
I don't know. I don't mind it as long as she gets it done in that first 2.5 minutes. But yeah, that seems like if Morose is going to get it done, it's going to be later or by decision. I like that.
I agree. Yeah, trying to combat guys. What do you like here?
So right now, looking at the Morose money line, think she's going to be the more well-rounded fighter. Seem to have a size advantage still at the face-offs, even all these years later. But Carini's going to come out aggressive. So Marina's going to have to weather the early storm here. And I was actually leaning a bit towards the fight going the distance. More so, Carini's most recent loss was by decision. And Morose has never been, well, I guess she was finished one time by submission. That was a bit ago. So I think that either way, even if Carini comes out hot here, Marina should be able to weather the storm as she has even, in recent matchups like against Agapova. And I think, just taking the Morose money line here, knowing that she does have good enough jiu-jitsu to have finished Carini in the first round before. But anything else to add to that, Guru?
Yeah, we got plus 130. I believe the line's plus 115, but I still kind of like plus money. You got to think she's got the mental edge, having won the fight previously against her. And you kind of have to figure that Marina Morose is actually going to be the minute winner in this fight. Karina Silva, her striking is not, especially the defense, not excellent. And she's also very apt and comfortable being on bottom on the ground. Marina Morose, been there, done that, UFC vet, and lost a straight striking battle decision to Jennifer Maia. Oh, okay, now she's the underdog. Did everybody forget that she was the favorite versus Jennifer Maia in that fight? So I think a little bit of recency bias in the flip of the line, and that's why we're happy to take the dog shot in a close fight.
Right on. So also one of my official bets on my station was this fight to go under 2.5 as well. So I do have an official single bet on that as well.
There you go. Yeah, I like the under 2.5 here. I got a bet as well on this fight, but I'm going to pick Silva to win this one. I like her a lot, and I'm not saying Morose is a bad fighter by any means. She's very good striking. I just think where she kind of lacks would be like the wrestling, and I think Silva is going to be able to get those takedowns. I think she's going to be a little bit stronger on the mat at least, and she's going to go for submissions, and that's how she is. She's super aggressive. She's a killer. She's going to try to get this fight out in the first round or two. But if this fight does extend after a round and a half and gets into the third round, I'm going to be a little sweaty with my pick or parlay that I have Silva in, because we only seen Silva in the third round once, and she lost by decision. After that, she never made it to the third round, only one time out of 20 fights. So I'm just banking on her being aggressive here, trying to get this fight to the mat, winning that way, maybe banking 2 rounds, hopefully, if she can't get a submission, and then maybe surviving, and then maybe she can win a decision here. But I do like Silva to win. I do think she's going to get the submission. I know Morose has never been submitted, but this is Silva 9 years later. I think she's going to get this one done. So that's what I think, and it's going to happen. Trust me. Let's see. We got the real Dark Knight says, "Shut the fuck up with this Morose shit. She ain't winning. It's going to be a close fight." Dirty Reg, I'm not understanding the Morose love in this spot. She might not. She might prove it to me though. Yeah, she's gonna have to prove it to me too.
I'll tell you the biggest thing like that makes me worry about my bet is the fact that like nobody's even really talked about it that much like throughout the week. But Marina Morose survived with freaking Marina Bueno Silva and took her down the whole fight, and she survived. And we know she's got tricky submissions, and she stayed safe all 3 rounds. And even did good in the striking. You know what I mean? The striking was pretty decent, and she was able to land the takedowns. And Mayra Bueno Silva is a big chick. I mean, we see her dominating at 135 now, so that's concerning. I mean, you know, so but
Morose is never lost by finish.
No, she's never finished.
And she's a bit of a decisionator herself.
Yeah.
But
she's got 7 finishes out of her 11 wins. She's got 7 finishes, so she can finish too, and especially a tired Silva. So I like. Did you guys better money line or just
we did?
We got money line and under.
Once you got enough value on that, you know what I mean, on the money line. That's why I didn't just bet Carini. I know this fight's going to be. It's one of these girls is going to look probably minus 300. Is how it's going to end up playing out.
Yeah. See, Blood, put that painting link in the chat where you get your paints.
These I canvas. The motherfuckers need to start paying me, dude. I've been telling so many people. I even messaged them on Instagram. I'm like, look, I use it as my background. I'm like, everybody messaging me. I tell them to go there, man. Just do something. I'll shout you out because they do. They got good stuff.
Yep. Yeah. Bunny Hunter likes the early sub from Silva. Johnny Newquist said top 3 bet counts: O'Malley, Morose, and Weidman for the underdogs. It looks like.
Okay. I
think that's what that means. I don't know. Morose plus 140. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't blame anybody taking it or betting the dog here. I think this will be a close fight. I mean, and like Cody said, one of these fighters can look minus 300. It just depends on what's going to happen early on. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Next one we got is going to be Andrea Lee versus Natalia Silva. Mushroom, start this one off for us.
Yeah, you got Andrea Lee here. She's kind of well-rounded. KGB Lee, right? She's a decent Muay Thai striker. She's technical. I think she has like a 3.5-inch reach advantage in this spot here. Put some volume. I like her leg kicks. Good wrestler. I think she gets like 2 takedowns a fight, maybe being at like 57% or something like that for a takedown offense. She's fought the better competition. And listen to my opinion, I think she did beat Barber. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Very close.
Kind of slow, in my opinion, now. Like, she's 8 years older in this spot. She can be taken down. She's a decent strike. She has decent strike defense. But when she gets hit, you can fucking tell she's got hit. Like, you can really tell on her face it gets beat up. On the other side, you got Natalia Silva. Taekwondo, she's also well-rounded. And she's got power in her hands. She wings punches. She'll do all that spinning shit. Good footwork. She's a good counter puncher as well. I like her takedown defense. I think it's at some crazy, like 94% or some shit like that. I get it. She's hittable. Hasn't fought the best competition, but I like her in this spot. I like her to go away in this spot. I like her by decision. So Natalia Silva by decision is actually the second bet that I have on my Mushroom MMA channel.
There you go. Right, combat guys.
Mushroom, right there with you. I like Silva by decision here, but I will say if there was anyone live to get a finish on Lee at this point, it could be Silva. I think, she's aggressive. She throws heavy strikes, the spins, it's just, I think this is definitely a step up in competition, and Lee hasn't been finished as of recently. She has that 1 submission loss on her record, but yeah, I don't envision this happening too easily for Silva. I think she could even get into a couple sketchy moments early, potentially. But Andrea Lee tends to fight closely even in the fights that she's winning, and she's been dominated plenty of times. Now, I think this is going to be one of the better athletes she's faced recently. This isn't Lauren Murphy from distance, okay? This isn't JoJo Calderwood from distance. I think Silva, could potentially put a beating on her. And, yeah, Andrea Lee, whenever she gets popped, her mouth's wide open. She's bleeding, her mouthpiece is flying everywhere. So I like Natalia Silva here. I think that she's going to pull away. And when this fight goes the distance, there's no shot the judges are going to give it to Lee for her control time and lack of impactful striking.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but like Silva's probably like as safe of a parlay piece type of, lock of the day type of fighter. She's really going to be more well-rounded everywhere. Andrea Lee, like you guys keep saying, doesn't look like she likes taking strikes, shells up. Just not somebody that at this stage, she doesn't really somebody has to tell me where her advantage is. She's not going to be more athletic. She's not going to be the better grappler. She doesn't necessarily have the better cardio. The one thing that she has is she's going to have the experience advantage. So we should probably give her that. But otherwise, there's really nothing in her favor. So I'm rocking with Silva. And I believe you can get round 3 or decision on Silva minus 120. So,
it's not bad. It's not bad.
So just in case she gets a late finish and Andrea Lee just calls it a day.
Yep. Cody.
Yeah, Andrea Lee's good, dude. She's a good fighter. She's like a solid top 10 girl, you know, like 8 to 10, but like Natalie Silva is going to be top 3 like in the next year and a half. She's really good. Like she's basically like, I mean, they both have good striking. Andrea Lee comes from her Muay Thai background. She throws a lot of kicks. She throws her punches really straight. She's got a pretty good clinch. She's got decent wrestling, but she can be taken down too. And then she can get to takedown sometimes. Like I thought, I'm with Mushroom. I just rewatched that fight the other day, and I thought she beat Macy Barber. And I had a big bet too. I had Macy Barber in a 3-fight parlay that I should have never had in that hit. But yeah, man. Natalia Silva is so good. This girl's so fast. Her lead jab, hook, her lead leg, left leg, dude. She'll hit you all over the body with it, like leg, body, head. She's so good, dude. She's so fast. Her takedown defense is good. Her takedowns are good. When she took down Jasmine, Jazz Dervicious reversed her on the takedown and just beat, dude. I had the over in that fight. She almost put her out, and Jazz is as tough as they come. And she was hitting her with big elbows on the top. So she's just so good, man. And she just keeps showing it. I'm a little worried. She might be able to finish Andrea Lee here because she hits so hard, dude. You've seen her freaking hit Leonardo, and she's just like, I'm fucking done. Busted her whole mouth open, and she just went up like basically, you know. She's so fast. And I think she shocks some of these girls at how fast she is and how hard she hits. You've seen her knock out Teresa Blado with that spinning kick. So she's just so dangerous. And it's just like Guru said, man. Like she's better everywhere. She's faster. She's going to be stronger. The only thing she lacks is the experience. But I do think that this could be a close fight because Andrea Lee's good. But this is where she gets the experience. Like, all right, I can't just finish every girl. I'm going to have to take my time, do this 3 rounds of beating up. So, but yeah, man, I'm a believer in Natalia Silva. And I think she gets it done by decision. But there is a chance that, you know, she could get the finish because she hits so damn hard and so often.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with all you guys here. I'm really high on Silva. I think she's going to win this fight. It could be by submission. It could be by knockout. It could be by decision. I think she can win literally any way. And the only way that I can see Lee winning this fight is if she makes it to the judges' scorecards and she kind of makes it a close fight and then the judges give it to her. But I don't even see that happening. So I just think she's better everywhere, like Cody said, except experience. Like I think Natalia's better striking. She's quicker. She's younger. She's got very good takedown defense. I think she can get this fight to the mat if she wants to. Very good grappling. Before she came in the UFC, she actually had won a lot of her fights by just grappling and submitting. And then she came in the UFC, and then now we're seeing how good of a striker she is. So she's very well-rounded. I don't think a lot of people remember, or, you know, when she first came in, like everybody was on Jasmine because she's like, oh, this girl can't strike and she's going to get taken down. And no, she looked amazing and made all of us look like fools. This girl is legit. And I think she's going to win this fight.
Stop, Cody.
What happened? What did I miss?
I'm just commenting to my boy Effie.
Oh boy. All right, let's see what we're at here. Let's see. Bunny Hunter's got lead by decision. Mushroom is right though. White cracks. Cody's just going crazy. We got MMA Jesus Dev in the house. What's up, Mr. 8K? Don't fade on the Jesus today. There we go. Definitely check him out. YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter each and every week. Robert, New York City Robert said Lee is getting KO'd. We got Any Action Effie Sportscast in the house. Let's go. Just put some bets in. Got to hit the casino to make to bet some more. All caps for the mushroom. There we go.
Let's go.
Dev said Silva by sub. Which one? Both? I like both.
Apostrophe. Silva's.
This is revenge for Tony Kelly calling them dirty Brazilians. That's very true.
Yeah.
We got Timmy. What's up, Timmy? He said, I don't understand this line. Lee is a proven commodity, and I will always lean towards the UFC experience or someone with a massive punch power advantage, especially at plus 200. But I think Natalia has the punch power advantage. So
should play out pretty close, though. Like, it should be a good fight. Unless
I mean, at worst,
what do you think?
It's like a close, clear decision win for Natalia. Like a close, clear decision win.
You think what do you think? What do you think the line would be if Natalia fought Macy Barber? Like, because they might fight next if she wins, but like, what do you think that line would be?
I bet you it's going to be like what I would do would be close to a pick'em, but I know Barber is going to be like minus 200.
No, Silva would probably be minus like 190.
I don't think so.
No. Everybody hates Barber. I mean,
I would do close to a pick'em, but the actual line will be Barber is going to be a favorite because everybody knows who Macy Barber is.
Well, I'm mortgaging the house, the whole house.
Oh, I would too.
I'm selling this.
Trust me.
I think that's what we'll get next, though. You know what I mean? That'd be a pretty decent fight.
It would be.
But Barber,
all right.
We'll see.
We'll see. Moving on up to the next one here. We're going to do Gerald Meerschaert versus Andrea Petroski. Chronic Combat guys, who do you like here?
Andrea Petroski. I don't know why I always like saying his name like that. But
he's got a cool name.
GM3. Yeah, Andre doesn't even have a nickname. That's how cool his name is, right?
You don't need one
on the record.
Exactly. He should be like the Wolverine or something.
Yeah. I have a tough time.
He should be KGB.
Yeah, right. Oh man,
nobody has that nickname.
Yeah, right.
I know, right?
Who could it be? But yeah, I mean, I have a tough time. I have trust issues. Okay, me and Andre, you know, when I see a guy come out with that type of haircut, it gives me a little bit of trust issues. Maybe he's making some bad decisions out there, but I think no. Overall, he should be safe. It's just, as you know, plenty of friends have talked about. There are moments in the fight where he kind of has to like regroup and you know, stop himself from completely gassing out. And he has great top control. He can be aggressive, hunting for submissions or consolidating control time while still getting off some ground strikes to keep those positions. I just am not sure if he's actually going to finish Gerald. And if he does get tired, like Gerald is live to scoop up a neck at any point. So like there could be some value if you're like, you want to play the specific Gerald round 2 sub, Gerald round 3 sub, if you want to get spicy. But I think ultimately the pick here is Petroski. And I think Guru, I'm gonna give you the fire here. What's your bet on this one?
Yeah, listen, I like a lot of things in this fight. I certainly lean Petroski. I think the price tag makes sense. Gerald honestly seems mostly like a shot fighter. The chin durability issues is a major problem. He's kind of too comfortable in the striking and isn't very good at it. It's problematic. So I do like Andrea Petroski to get it done. I'm just not necessarily like, does Andrea Petroski have the finishing capability of Joe Pyfer? Does Andrea Petroski have the finishing capability of Hamza Chimaev? Does Andrea Petroski have the finishing capability of even Ian Heinisch? I'm not necessarily convinced. Andrea Petroski has a bit of a hype train behind him, beating Zhang, Nick Maximov, Wellington Turman, and Michael Gilmore. So he hasn't really proven much of anything. He's beating the lowest level of competition that you can beat. So what I think happens is I think this fight extends out at least a little bit. So I'll take that over 1.5 at minus 135. It's a play I feel very confident in. I feel like some of the durability things of Gerald Meerschaert are a bit overstated. And I think some of the cardio concerns of Petroski are a bit overstated. I think he showed in that Wellington tournament a second wind, which was impressive. And, when you get that tired in a fight, because he was exhausted, I mean, if he's a smart guy, I mean, you continue to work on your cardio, right? He's a young fighter working hard. So not only I think you take Petroski and over 1.5 as well. You can get that at plus 130. That's what we like to do. We take minus 300s and we turn them to plus money.
There you go. I like that. Mushroom, who do you like here?
I'm on the Petroski side as well, and I think it extends as well. I have Petroski, third round decision play on this fight. You're not going to represent, even though it's defunct. He's from Renzo Gracie Gym here in Philadelphia, so he's rolling on the fucking ground with some fucking monsters that are a lot better fucking grapplers than fucking Gerald Meerschaert. And a lot better wrestlers as well. So, that being said, the Chronic guys broke it down really well. His cardio problems, I think, probably are overrated. He does somehow manage to get that second wind. yeah, I think he's going to do enough here. I think he stays safe if Meerschaert even, somehow tries to do subs or whatnot. He's good in scrambles. I like his fight IQ as well. Meerschaert, again, like I who said, maybe Guru said it. He's like he's fallen in love with his fucking hands. Like, come on, you're not really a good fucking striker, dude. These guys are much better strikers, and you shouldn't be doing that. If your thing's doing your thing, try to get your wrestling going. But he doesn't have great takedown defense himself. I think he has like a 30% takedown defense. Yeah, man, I don't know. Oh, and by the way, if your fighter, and say you're a fucking manager or coach, if your fucking fighter doesn't know how to throw a right cross, teach him how to do it. Because every fucking time somebody throws a right cross, this dude, it fucking lands. I'm telling you. You throw it 30 times in that fight, it's going to land 30 fucking times. He has no fucking defense for that whatsoever, and he's been around a long time. Sorry for the rant, guys. Petroski, third round, last decision.
Love it. I love it.
Jeez.
Love it. I don't even know how to follow that up, Cody. Go ahead.
Joey Diaz style, Joey Diaz-esque. Yeah, man, I think this, like, I stayed away from this fight from a picking a side standpoint because, like, I'm still not sold on Petroski. Is gas tank enough yet? And I've seen too many times Gerald Meerschaert take dudes in the third round and freaking get that comeback win. I mean, so many. It's just ridiculous. And we've seen Petroski slow down. He slowed down a little bit against Wellington Turman. I'm picking Petroski to win this fight. But the bet I liked was the over 1.5. I bet the over 1.5 because 8 out of their last 10 fights have gone over 1.5 rounds. Even if Petroski gets this to the ground, like I don't think he's good. He's good. I don't think he gets subbed by Petroski like quick anyways, unless he sticks his neck out like Maximov. But Petroski, that's like his only finish in a long time. Well, he finished the other two dudes, the terrible dudes, the big Chinese dude, and then Michael Gilmore.
Who?
Yeah, who? Exactly. Who, whatever his name was, that dude. So both of them. The other dude's name was who, whatever. But yeah, man, he finished them, and it took him till late in the third round to finish them dudes. So I don't see him just coming out here. I don't really see Petroski starching Meerschaert on the feet because, like, even though he does throw a little bit of power, like I don't think he's as good as like Meerschaert or Pfeiffer and stuff as far as his straight up power. So I think their striking should be pretty even. Maybe Petroski a little more power, but I think both these dudes are going to want to grapple at some point, and they'll roll around on the ground. But I think that Petroski is going to be the one on top, getting the minutes control and all that. So if it does go to decision, I got Petroski. If not, maybe one of these dudes gets a third round finish. Either one of them, maybe both of them slow down. I watched like Meerschaert versus Stoltzfus, and that's what really shows me Petroski should win this fight because like he grappled with Stoltzfus for all 3 rounds, and Stoltzfus was winning like all the rounds until Gerald finally got a reversal in the third. Like Gerald won the first 2 minutes, and then after that, Stoltzfus was on top the whole time. And Stoltzfus stayed safe. He stayed safe from Gerald. See it playing out like that a little bit, you know. So yeah, man, give me the over 1.5, and I'm just not sure on a winner on this side because Gerald Meerschaert, man, it's tough to bet on him or against him. To be honest, you know, I've lost a lot of money. I know when he beat up Bruno Silva, Mahmoud Muradov. Like if you can beat Mahmoud Muradov, you can beat a lot of people, you know. So I bet the over 1.5. I like that.
Oh. Yeah, I like those plays too. I'm gonna go with Petroski here. Actually, the more and more I thought about it over the week, I do like him more and more. I think he's going to be able to use that wrestling. I think he's going to be stronger on the ground too. So the grappling is going to be, I think, more in favor just because of the strength is going to be on the Petroski side, at least early before he starts to gas. But the thing about him, though, he has like 2 different kinds of cardio. He's got grappling cardio, he's shown that he can do all 3 rounds. And then he has striking cardio, which he looks like he's going to die in the second round when he's on his feet. So if this is a grappling fight for 3 rounds, I love Petroski, and I'm hoping this happens because I do think GM3 is going to either make a mistake and get his neck out there a little too long or to get a submission, or Petroski could land some good ground and pound as the fight goes on and just get him out of there too. So I got Petroski inside the distance at -110. I do think he's going to be able to finish him, whether it's early, whether it's late. But it has to be grappling. I don't see it finishing on the feet at all. But Yeah, like I said, the more and more I thought about it, I like Petroski as the week went on. I think he's just going to win this fight. I think he's the stronger wrestler. So I think that's what's going to be. But let's see what we got here. I don't know where I'm at. We got Low T City. What's up, Low Titty? He said, Petroski haircut is an instant fade. All right. Petroski is a meathead in my opinion, so would be with less experience. I mean, he has less experience for sure. Grandpa got to flip through that newspaper. Mushroom. Does Mushroom do work for the Italian mob? Narashi wants to know.
There's a possibility he's done some work. There's
no such thing for Cosa Nostra. No such thing.
You paint houses. You ever seen the Irishman? Yeah.
We got Papa Chuck in the house. What's up, Papa? He said, I'm going to hit back-to-back perfect UFC cards today. I know I have a snowball's chance in hell, but better chance than Mushroom only using one shake of pepper on his lunches.
Those are the facts.
That is true. Sicky likes GM3. John wants that Mushroom energy.
Yeah.
Effie, I'm going old school like Cody, getting paper tickets tonight. There we go.
Best way to do it, baby. Get that cash in hand. I just feel like these online people's going to rip me off. They already ripped me off all my stuff, man. They're like, I won a bunch of money playing blackjack, tried to cash out $1,000. They're like, oh, you already cashed out. You reached your limit. Like, I never went to the casino. They're like, come back in a week, get your money, and let you spend on it until then.
We got New York City Rob. He said, bet the under. I like the under here, too. I think one of them gets a finish.
2.5.
Oh, the under. I thought it was 2.5. That's right. I like the under 2.5. I wouldn't bet the under 1.
2.5, it gets tricky. I think the 1.5 goes quick, man. Even when you got some bangers in there, I'm telling you, dude, I hate betting. I bet under 1.5 on the Rodriguez fight because that dude fights like a savage and Tolulian's a whole bomb. But dude, under 1.5s are tough, man.
We got Joseph Dirt. What's up, Joseph? He said Johnny and Cody, some good picks on Twitter. Appreciate that, man. Always appreciate that. I actually work with a 71-year-old man named Michael Gilmore. There you go. That's a pretty common name. I could see that. What's up, Donnie? He said, where's Root Beer MMA? Tyler, I mean, not on this show, but he'll be on a different one for sure. Is that Julian Marquez or Andre Orlovsky? Ooh, right. Orlovsky. That looks
mix. It's a good mix right in between.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I'm going to put up Andre Orlovsky.
I think I'm from like the same kind of region or something that Andrea Arlovsky's from, if I'm not mistaken.
Chicago? No.
Like yeah, was it like Belarus or something like that?
Yeah, he's from like Belarus. Yeah,
he fights out of Chicago.
We gotta get you 20. We gotta get you 23 Mead.
The Belarusian.
We got Patty from Addicted to Combat showing his love while he's live on Brady's show. He came to support for an even better one. Sorry we said that out loud, but I appreciate the support, and we always do. What's up, friends? Definitely check out Addicted to Combat on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. He does great picks and breakdowns each and every week. Also goes live as well, so definitely check him out.
Bro, my night's either going to be good or bad early. Like,
me too.
I didn't realize it because I put my bets in.
All three. I got bets on all first 3 fights, and I'm like, fuck, it's going to be.
I got 5 bets. 4 of them are in the first 6 fights of over-unders, and then plus one part of my parlay. So, like, in the first 6 fights, I'm either going to be good or bad. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I mean, but
Robert said, bet the under for me means fight not go the distance. Okay, I like that.
I do like that. I think something pops off in that 3rd round, to be honest, one way or another in this fight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like 2nd or 3rd, but I'm hoping your bet hits, though. That's just me.
We've been saying this, Papa Chuck. He ain't about that life, though. He ain't about that life. I'm gonna get him some pre-rolls. I'm gonna get you some pre-rolls.
You were supposed to give me some in Nashville, but you didn't.
Me. I did. I forgot. I had them the little tablets.
All righty. We'll move on up to the next one here. It's gonna be the first tough fight of the night. Cody Gibson versus Brad Katona. I'll start this one off. I'll admit I didn't watch all the episodes. I just watched kind of the fights just for a little bit of research, but I'm going to go with Brad here. I think this fight's going to end up being a lot closer than some people think. And the line says I think Cody might look good early, win the first round, but I think as the fight goes on, I think Brad will start to take over a little bit, get the striking going, maybe land some takedowns later in the fight, because I think he's going to start to slow down a bit with his cardio. And I mean, he's 35 years old too. So, I see this fight going to decision. I don't think anyone's going to finish one another. So it's going to be a close, like 29-28, maybe even split decision here. But I'm gonna go with Brad. I just think as the fight goes on, he's gonna get a striking going and maybe get some wrestling going as well. So that's what I got. No bets on this fight for me though. I'm gonna stay away. Mushroom, who do you like?
Well, the UFC likes to do this shit where they cancel fights and then, they put them on a couple days notice. I'm a guy who has literally like 5 or 6 hours a night to research this stuff. So some fights I don't pay much attention to or have a lot of time to research. But what I did see in my little bit of research I had is I like the Katona side. I'm on Katona. He's a decent striker. I like his footwork when I see it on the feet. I like his clinch work on the cage and his fucking rinse and repeat fucking takedowns. And like you said, I think Gibson's going to come out hot in the first. But I think just from the wrestling, the rinse, the repeat, maybe even something happens late. Maybe he gets some that tired. I have a third round / decision. And plus, didn't Gibson have some kind of like knee injuries or some shit on top? Something like that. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know Gibson's got more pro experience, but I'm ready. Katona, third round decision, baby. I'm not going to put money on it though.
Thank you, Mushroom. I love that you're showing me what you picked because I don't believe you until you show me exactly on the paper.
True.
I don't believe it.
We like to prove it.
It has to be circled in green, otherwise it doesn't count.
I'm about my friends will think, I know, guys I grew up with, they'll tell you I'm the same fucking dude I was when I'm fucking 18 years old. I do only one drug now, and that's marijuana. When I used to snort a lot of coke when I was 18 and 22 years old.
You see my pictures.
I've done more of these fucking things back here than I fucking Dylan does.
Mushroom, I never would have thought you did coke.
The thing is, I went to a fucking rehab when I was 22 years old. I'm 54. I haven't touched that in 32 years. Now, just imagine how hype I would be if I still did cocaine now. I mean, here's the thing.
Wait, you're not?
69, right? When I was growing up, they should have probably given me some kind of ADHD shit. Like, if I was growing up nowadays, I'd be on all kinds of shit probably as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Me and Mushroom might end up on an 8-day bender if we got together. We'd be in the kitchen and never leave. We'd just be talking, dude. Like that.
That would be something.
Where they're like when you get stuck in the kitchen with somebody that's on coke, and it's like Conor McGregor telling this crazy ass story, and it's just like you can't leave, you're too scared to leave. Yeah, that's how it gets sometimes. Be like that.
Cody, who do you like here in this one?
Yeah, man, I think this it's gonna be just another boring Brad Katona fight. To be honest, I like him just a little better in this fight. I think it's gonna be close, man. This is the split decision because Katona usually doesn't separate himself that much, but he's got good wrestling, dude. I know it didn't look as good against like Timur Valiev, but that dude's got really good wrestling too. Now I know Cody Gibson has pretty good wrestling, but on the first Ultimate Fighter, if you watch that, dude, Brad Katona took down and beat up Bryce Mitchell and out wrestled him and then choked him out in that season. So he's got good wrestling and stuff. So I just think that he's going to have the better wrestling. He's a little younger. I can see him getting a little more control time and a tough decision because when it's standing and striking isn't all that good. So Cody Gibson could land some good shots, but it's really not like you see Cody Gibson land that flying knee KO on Mondo on the Ultimate Fighter, and that's not really his style like that. He's decent striking with decent grappling and stuff. So give me the younger guy. I didn't bet this fight. I would look at the over though. I don't think Cody Gibson finishes Katona, and Katona doesn't finish too many people either. So.
Right on. Chronic Combat guys. Who you like?
I think we'll keep it pretty short and simple. We like Brad Katona here. Cody Gibson is a guy that you saw fight in Ray Borg. He exactly how Johnny K broke it down. He was live in round one, looked fine, was winning, was more physical, was the bigger guy, and all of a sudden he starts to slow down. He gets controlled. His overhands are sloppy, like he's pitching. Really, really sloppy. And yeah, I just see Brad as somebody who's very defensively sound, won't take any risks, and will be very nut hugging. So he's gonna hug his nuts, and he's gonna hug his nuts to probably a decision win. And that's my technical breakdown.
Yeah,
there you go.
I like Bradley.
I like Bradley.
What I do think here is that there is an outside chance. We've seen Cody Gibson lose 4 separate times by submission. Give me a little sprinkle. We're gonna go visit Grandma, take a dig in those couch cushions over there. We'll find a dime or a quarter or something. Throw a little plus 700 by submission just in case.
That's pretty decent. It's good.
I think because if Katona were to get a finish, all of his win probability comes by submission. And then Gibson, he's only lost 1 knockout. I mean, come on. Well, Katona's got 1 knockout in his career. So
can I also tell you that
you can tell me.
Katona has 3 round 3 submissions. And if we're really trying to play crystal ball and we think that that he's going to run out of gas, maybe Brad submits him late, I think we kind of have to take a stab on the round 3 submission specifically. Let's go. I'm going to get you some odds on that.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Well, hey, submission was plus 700, so that's going to be juicy.
Right. So round 3 submission is going to be whatever plus something.
There you go.
Something crazy.
Got Joseph saying Mushroom makes Joey Diaz look like a choir boy. There you go. We got MMA Johnny in the house. This is fantastic. I love this profile pic and name. Brad has extra stuff.
He does.
That's awesome.
He's got extra saliva and missing some other stuff.
Yes, sir. All righty. Next one, we're going to go up to the next tough fight here. Holobaugh versus Austin Hubbard. Cody, start this one off.
Yeah, man, this is going to be another good fight. Both these dudes are super tough. They both, kind of do the same thing. They got decent, good striking. They're both well-rounded. They're a little bit older. They got UFC experience, and they both got good boxing, good grappling, good offensive, defensive jiu-jitsu. I just think the thing that's going to separate this fight, they both got good cardio. They're both super durable. The thing that's going to separate this fight is Austin Hubbard, I think, is going to have the better wrestling. You've seen, even on the Ultimate Fighter where Holobaugh was taken out and controlled for 2.5 rounds till he got that submission right in the middle of the third. So I think the striking is going to be pretty even. I like that Hubbard's leg kicks because I think a lot of people are going to be under the wrong impression, when they see Holobaugh's last fight with Jason Knight. Dude, Jason Knight was so slow. He didn't even try to block any punches or nothing. They just slugged it out, dude. And he's just slow, old, and not that good at 155. And Kurt Holobaugh was able to take him. So it made him look like Kurt Holobaugh is a badass, which he's not bad. But I just think that Austin Hubbard is going to be a little better everywhere. He's a little younger, and I think he's going to have the wrestling advantage. So give me Austin Hubbard by decision, but I actually bet the over 2.5 in this fight because I don't see Kurt Holobaugh knocking out Austin Hubbard, and I don't see him submitting Austin Hubbard. We've seen Austin Hubbard in there with some of the most dangerous people. Joe Selecki got him, but he's been in there with Davi Ramos and all these different guys, and stayed safe. And Austin Hubbard, he's not really all that dangerous either unless he's fighting Max Roskopf, where that dude just quit. But other than that, he's not really finishing anybody. He puts volume on you, he puts a pace on you and stuff. But I don't see him breaking Kurt Holobaugh with a pace. So give me Austin Hubbard by decision. I bet the over 2.5 at -140. And I like that. I think it's pretty safe.
I like it. Yeah, I like that too. Mushroom, what do you like here?
Yeah, I'm on the same side. I'm on Austin Hubbard. He's a decent striker as well. I think he's got some power in his hands. I like his front kicks. He's got some good leg kicks, and his punches are straight. The guy can push a fucking pace. He can be gritty. I know he starts kind of slow sometimes, but he does fight close. I kind of don't like guys that fight close, but I think here you got a guy on the other side. He's 0-6 in the UFC so far. I think he's going to be 0-7 in the UFC at this point. I don't understand why the UFC would bring back a guy who's fucking OFC because he wants a bullshit side promotion fucking contest that they're fucking throwing. The guy is what he is at this point. I don't think he's going to have any improvements to his game. And man, does he get stuck on his back? I think Hubbard just can get him down, hold him, beat him up a little bit. He's going to do enough. I think it's Austin Hubbard by decision.
I like it. Chronic Combat.
Going the other way here. I like Crystal Kurt, Kurt Holobaugh. I feel like he's going to be the person that's going to be inflicting more damage and going for more on the feet here. I think Hubbard plays it a bit safer overall, and he's shown to have his own kind of defensive wrestling deficiencies. If Kurt were to add that layer to his game, I can't game plan for him, but what I will say is at least he's going to go out there and I like that he gets on the front foot, puts out some volume, and he could get some damage behind his strikes. I think he faced a tough row of competition in his couple runs in the UFC there, but overall, I get it. You know, Hubbard, he could just out volume, stay safe on top, but I like a little bit of the dog shot here, but I do really like the fight goes the distance as well.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily sure that Hubbard is somebody that's even known for his striking volume or really his damage, right? His leg kicks is really what he's known for, and then trying to get his grappling game going. Kurt Holobaugh is a fucking mule, and he's going to be bigger and have a reach advantage and has a decent grappling game of his own. And, I mean, to me, the way that he was lighting up Jason Knight with the strike, sure, Jason Knight has zero head movement, but, I mean, those punches were cracking. And I don't – like, if there's anybody with any sort of finishing equity in this fight, I think we all can agree that it's still Kurt Holobaugh. And that's not necessarily something that I want in some sort of favorite here who, by the way, barely beat – did he beat Roosevelt Roberts? I mean, that was – one of the worst fights I've seen. His control wasn't that impressive. His striking, he didn't really damage him. I don't think he won the third round. So the second round was a toss-up. So I don't know. He was never impressive to me during his UFC run either. Kurt Holobaugh is somebody that I think he's got a phoenix, right? He's got like this second chance out of nowhere. I think he thought his career was done. So give me some dog money on the bigger guy.
There we go. Yeah, again, I will say I did not watch the whole episodes of everything, just the kind of the fights. And, you know, both these guys have been in the UFC before, obviously. They're both the veterans. Kurt Holobaugh has fought really good guys. Hubbard, he fought good guys, but not, you know, the same level of competition, if you want to say. But I'm going to go with Hubbard. I'm not super, like, confident with that, but I do think he has that wrestling edge. If he gets his fight to the mat, I think he can stay on top, win the minutes that way. On the feet, it could be close, but both guys, like Hubbard's not really dangerous, but he's durable. Kurt's also durable as well. I would give him the more dangerous factor, but the thing is, if Hubbard gets him down on the mat, like I think he's going to be able to control him for most of that fight or takedown. So, yeah, I'm just going to go with Hubbard to win by decision. I do like the overs in this fight a lot. I don't see anyone finishing because both these guys are super tough. They've only been finished like twice in their careers. And, like I said, Hubbard's, I mean, unless Kurt's going to get a sneaky like submission, maybe Hubbard's dangerous, but I don't think that's going to happen. Or Hubbard's in trouble, I should say, but I don't think it's going to happen. So probably by decision here, but I'm going to go with Hubbard. Let's see what the chat says. We got Donnie saying Johnny is Shannon Ross. Man, I don't want his chin though. I'll tell you that.
That's what he's going to look like in his last fight too. He keeps talking crap to me. I'll be out there like Aguilar, just throwing that overhand.
Dev and Donnie are the only people that think that I look like Shannon Ross. It's crazy.
You got the dark hair. Didn't he have a beard last time? Did Shannon Ross have a beard?
I think he did. I don't think so.
Can't fight. All right.
Well, I can't either. So there we go.
Maybe it is Shannon Ross.
Maybe it is.
Shannon K-Picks, baby.
Shannon K-Picks, yep. Keith, what's up, man? So what's up, boys? Hope you all have a successful night. And Mr. Pay-Per-View, do your thing. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming out, Keith.
Yeah, appreciate you sharing our stuff on Twitter, too. I got a live thing going up there right now for us.
Oh, there you go, yeah. Jason Knight brings the redneck. He's a real tweaker. Yes, sir. If Hubbard loses, he needs to change his nickname to Thud, from Thud to Dud. Yeah.
Dud Hubbard. Oh, Dud.
Perfect. All right. Gregory Rodriguez versus Dennis Tolulian. Mushroom, start this one off.
Yeah, I'm on the Rodriguez side. I like Rodriguez. Just do what he's supposed to do. Go out, hit this guy a couple times, drop down, get this fucking dude on the ground, take it back, take something, just do something and get the submission. I'm playing Rodriguez by sub here. I mean, and the thing is, this is a good under spot too as well because, you know, Gregory Rodriguez gets in these fucking battles with these guys, and sometimes his chin can fucking jet, and he can get knocked out. He does get caught in wars, and man, I don't know. Tolulian, he will brawl. You know, that's one thing he will do. But I've never been impressed with Tolulian. He's fucking hittable as fuck. You know, I know I like the sub mostly for Rodriguez, but who knows? He can fucking hit this dude and knock him the fuck out. And I don't like Tolulian's ground game that much, and his suspect kind of sub defense. Oh. Yeah, man, I don't like it, dude. And his cardio to me seems a little suspect. Like, I'm on Rodriguez inside the distance. I like Rodriguez, round one, anything you want to play that way. And Rodriguez sub, or sub one as well. I mean, I'm all over Rodriguez finishing various parlays and shit tonight. So,
right on. Chronic Combat, guys. Who do you like?
Yeah, so for this one, I mean, Rodriguez in his interview was talking about, he knows the path of least resistance here, and he's got to get back to his roots and use his wrestling. I'm loving Rodriguez by submission. I think Rodriguez has got to be the side. I mean, Tolulian, he's dangerous on the feet. So, like, if anything, you could take, like, his round one knockout was, like, plus 1,000 if you wanted to hedge out a little bit. But I'll have Rodriguez. We'll have Rodriguez as a little parlay piece. We put him with Bradley. So that was just like a little 1 unit play there on those guys. And then also we have a little submission parlay. So we have Rodriguez. Let's go. It's Andre Arlovsky MMA.
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
That's it. And then we got
special guest
people.
on the
They don't
show
even
today.
know
I'm
about
start
Uncle
tagging
June
him and
MMA
shit.
over
Oh my
here.
god.
So yeah, so that's it. So we got the parlay also. Gregory Rodriguez, Hobo Cop, submission, parlayed out to another one down the line. We'll get there.
There you go.
What do you got anything to add to that, my guru?
I kind of like all that. I do like all that. I'm in on all that. So I'll keep it short and sweet.
It's amazing. He didn't say I don't hate it, so that means he loves it.
I bet I'm in on
Translation.
it. I'm good. I feel comfortable with it. Yeah, again, his only path to losing, right, Gregory Rodriguez, is his terrible fight IQ and getting knocked the fuck out. So he'd have to be really, really stupid, which is very possible, but he sounds pretty confident that he's not going to do that. So we'll see what he does, and we'll see what happens. Dennis Tolulian, again, really has about 5 minutes to stand and bang with you, and as soon as you take him down, he's a turtle off his back. He's got no idea what to do. He's going to get choked out. So on FanDuel, I got 2 options of props for you. I got Gregory Rodriguez by submission grouping round 1 or 2 at plus 220, and I really like the dart throw. I like Gregory Rodriguez by submission in round 2 plus 900.
I like that too.
That's where because I think it takes a little bit of time. I think Tolulian's gas tank has to fall down a little bit, and I still think Gregory Rodriguez will stand and bang for a little while.
There we go. I like it. Cody.
Yeah. In my opinion, there's only 2 fights on this card where the people deserve to be as big of favorites as they are. Gregory Rodriguez is the only one on here that should be minus 350. He's the only one with an opponent that he can destroy on the feet, on the ground. Like, he's got clear his opponent. Like, minus 350 is reserved for when your opponent's a bum. You know what I mean? When you're going to walk through somebody. Minus 350 is a lot of money. UFC, you barely ever used to see that. You know what I mean? Unless John Jones was fighting or something. So, Aljamain Sterling, he's the only other one, in my opinion, with just like the clearest path to victory. Go in, wrestle, take the dude down, and choke him out. Like, I feel like every other favorite has a tough fight ahead of them. You know what I mean? Even Natalia Silva with Lee, she's tough. Neil Magny's tough. Gerald Meerschaert's tough. Like, they're tougher than Dennis Tolulian. Like, this dude, his only win is over Jamie Pickett. But Gregory Rodriguez, he's literally one of the best fighters I've ever seen. It's fucking crazy. Like, his skill level of everything, like in his build, his power, his boxing, his leg kicks, his wrestling, his jiu-jitsu. He's like a 3rd-degree black belt in jiu-jitsu. His boxing's phenomenal. He's got power. He knocks out strikers. But he gets in them stupid battles. He uses stupid fight IQ. So I'm going to say that he doesn't do that. I'm going to say that he clearly, I mean, like I said, even if he wants to, I don't think Tolulian's not really that one-punch knockout guy. Like, he's got decent power, but he had to like beat Jamie Pickett down over rounds to finish him in that second. Maybe even 3rd. I think it was late 2nd though. But Rodriguez, I see him coming out here. I see him landing some strikes and using the wrestling, like he said, man. Come get this win. Come in, get your mind back right after taking a bad knockout over a guy you were supposed to beat, and you just overrushed it. If you would just use your skills you would win. So come out here, dude. Take Dennis Tolulian down like Jung Young Park did and beat the crap out of him. Get the win under your belt. Get a little confidence back. Don't take no damage. And then get back in there and then use all your fight IQ and all your skills, dude. And you'll be a top 5 guy. Like that dude's literally his size 6'3", freaking just a big dude. He's just so good. And it's crazy. He's 13-5. So, but yeah, man, give me Gregory Rodriguez. I bet him with Aljamain Sterling because, like I said, I think them two are the 2 ones with the clearest path to victory in this card. And I bet the under 1.5 in this fight too, because I don't see Tolulian lasting. Even if this stays standing, I see Rodriguez disposing of him like he did like Julian Marquez or TB. You know what I mean? So I see him getting him in stand-up or on the ground. So let me get Rodriguez, and I think he should be the most confident pick on this card for everybody, for anybody. Easiest.
Right on. Yeah, I agree with everybody here. I don't want to like repeat as everyone says. I do think Rodriguez should win this fight. Again, should win this fight. The IQ part, if he gets in the brawl, there's always a chance he's going to get knocked out. We've seen it a couple times, but Tolulian, he's not that good. Like even on the feet, he's really not that good. Like, and it takes him a couple shots to get like to knock out somebody. It's not like one punch knockout power. And Rodriguez is durable, but he just got caught a couple times perfectly on the chin, and you saw that busted up eyebrow. That was one of the cleanest shots ever, and he survived that. So give this guy some credit with his chin, but he can make some stupid mistakes. I will say that, but he has a 195% clear advantage on the ground. He needs to get this fight to the mat, and he could win in a minute if he wants to. But we'll see what happens. We don't know. Is he going to test the striking out? Is he going to fall in love with his hands again? Tolulian is awful on the mat, and he gets taken down easily, and he doesn't know what to do. So give me Rodriguez. I think he can win any way. Knockout, submission, or a decision. It's not going to decision, but he will win a decision if it somehow does. So yeah, it's that one, like Cody said, is a pretty much a no-brainer, I think. I think it's a super safe parlay piece. Let's see. We got Professor Chaos in the house. What's up? He said, "What's up, boys? Appreciate you coming out, Professor. As always, Papa Chuck likes Gregory by submission. I like that too. Price is right. Let's put it that way. I like it. We got Ryan Jordan in here. What's up? He said, "What's up, gang? Gonna be a great night. Always appreciate you coming out, Ryan." We got Spread up in here. What's up, Spread? Sugar wins by flying triangle choke. The ESPN top 10 play of the week happens. That would be insane. Yes. That should be number 1 if that happens.
Yeah. I think it's the opposite, though. You know what I'm saying? I think Aljo hits him with that flying,
true,
spinning heel hook.
How long it took you to make that wall, Blood Money?
To be honest, from the top, and then there's a bunch below me. It's been 2 years, man. I've been building this. This shit took me a long time.
I remember when we first started doing live streams, you only had like 4, right?
I had that Mike Tyson, I had that Izzy, I got that Ali, and then I got a bunch down there. But yeah, man, at first, when I first started doing this, I had the Mike Tyson one behind me. I set that behind me, fucking put my phone up and started telling you guys how to win bets, man. doing the Lord's work out here, man.
Robert said,
it took a while. I love him now.
Yeah. Robert said, Tolulian is literally Sean Strickland fighting as a 50-year-old.
He is. That's true. Yes.
The diabetes kid and Jaquani cracked him. The Iron Turtle had him a year straight.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
That's old school UFC watching right there. That's 2000s watching Queer Street, man. That's what they used to say. Joe Rogan.
Paul up in here. What's up, Paul? He said Rodriguez absolutely should just take Tolulian down and submit him, but will he? That's the question. We just don't know if that's going to happen. He should have stomped Bruno Ferreira and Jordan Williams too, but he didn't. Yep, because he wanted to get in brawls, and look what happened. So he should take this fight to the mat.
Eventually, you got to learn. He seems like a smart guy.
Yeah, he does seem like a smart guy. But all right, we got the fight of the night that Guru has no idea what to do. Chris Weidman versus Brad Tavares, and Guru specifically, you are going to start this one off. Tell me what you think. Who's going to win this one and why?
So Brad Tavares is the rightful favorite, and that's fair because Chris Weidman's coming off a 2-year layoff where he snapped his leg in half and one of the most gruesome injuries you could ever possibly have to witness in 4K HD TV. Really, really sick shit. And then Brad Tavares is a guy that literally just got his shit rocked by Bruno Silva in round 1, right? Like just done and dusted real quick. And for some reason, he was a favorite in that fight. We snuffed that one out pretty good, at least. But I'm just not really convinced. I guess I lean Brad. I just don't want any money on this at all because who is Brad Tavares finishing? What does he do that's so awesome or impressive? And his most impressive trait is his athletic takedown defense. So I'm actually really excited to see it get tested here. But I have absolutely look at this. I need you to see it. So we stole your homework. I love your homework. We stole it, made it our own. So we stole your chart verbatim and made it for us. We've been using it for weeks.
Oh, if you're stealing everything verbatim, I got a problem.
Oh yeah, not the badge. No, the form.
In fact, we call them.
I'm joking.
Grandma's couch cushion.
Right.
So.
We changed.
Yeah, there you go.
Even changed the top to Grandma's couch cushion dart throw up there.
More to keep this guy organized when I'm trying to argue with him and get our bet because we do a bet MMA together. That's the type of all these guys are doing stuff separately. We're a collaborative over here, Chronic Comeback.
Gotta agree.
So.
Me and Cody would be we would be struggling every freaking
even
week.
If we agreed on the bet, we'd still
we would be fighting.
You like it? I don't know, man. It's just like I don't think I like it anymore.
But we're doing parlays, Cody.
Trust issues.
Exactly.
Big time.
So my point was that's all very true. Yeah. My point was I really only wrote down a bunch of different random stabs for this fight.
I told him you can't bet every single different possibility in this fight. You need to get your shit together is what I specifically told him.
I didn't say that I would bet them, but I had to write them down as
8 different methods.
I wrote a significant chunk of methods. I basically wrote Tavares down by KO in each round specifically because why not? Chris Weidman, while chinny, doesn't mean he doesn't last. He can get chinny at any second, at any point in any fight. And then,
I mean, the list goes on.
Or Weidman by any method.
He's still trepidatious. He's still not sure exactly what to do. He's going to pick Tavares. I'm putting my entire life savings on Tavares just to counter his vibes. No, I'm just kidding.
Liar.
I'm like blindly. I'm like taking Tavares as my pick, but I kind of lean towards the fight ends by knockout at -110. And then I'm like, wait, which guy's actually going to knock the other out? And I'm like, you know what? I just need to stay off this one. This is my one pass to the card.
There you go. Mushroom, who do you like?
I mean, there's so many. First of all, there's so many questions on the Weidman. So like the 2-year layoff. What's his game going to be like? Is it going to be the throw kicks or beat kicks? You don't fucking know, man. And then Tavares is not some fucking killer on the other side. God, maybe he could take his leg in that. Who fucking knows? So I'm coming with Tavares by knockout, hoping the fucking leg gives the fuck out. Why does it seem like he was already kind of fading before this 2.5-year layoff? And just so many fucking question marks on that side. Look, I don't have money on it. I might have it in one parlay or something like that. But when I played inside the distance for Tavares by knockout, actually. So I played 5-0.
Right on. I like it. Cody, who do you like here?
Yeah, man. Dude, this fight it's so many. Like, I don't think anybody should be betting this fight at all. There's just so many question marks. First, the biggest thing is like Brad Tavares shouldn't be -250 over anybody in the UFC ever. You know what I mean?
He's never proved it.
Because and then you got all this weird shit because this could be. I mean, I think he's got 1 knockout in 9 years, right? And it was Krzysztof Jotko, and then Chris Weidman's got 6 losses, all 6 KOs. So I mean, I guess that's what you got to say happens. But then he's not a KO guy. But then Chris could get like what usually happens with Brad Tavares is he's got good takedown defense, but he can get held up against the cage. So and then while he's defending it, and he'll just sit there. If you watch him fight like Carlos, what's the Bigfoot or shoe face dude? What was that dude's name? He was in the PFL anyways, but him,
Carlos Ferreira,
yeah. And there was another one too. He fought like 3 of them. Jiu-jitsu dudes and decent wrestlers tried to get him down, man. They just can't get him down. But like he's got powerful leg kicks. Like that Brad's best thing are pretty good leg kicks and then punches. And it's just weird. Like the UFC didn't do Chris Weidman any favors here by giving him. I mean, I guess there ain't nobody at 185 who's just
Chris Weidman.
Yeah,
the Freudian slip. That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know
because they're both that old, which is even funny.
and Weidman, you got that. It's kind of, and I look down, and not only that, but if you see on my thing, I misspelled, which I hate doing. I misspelled Weidman's name up there, so I had to go back, and I got perfectionism, so I hate. Usually, I'll rip the whole fucking page out and start all over. But yeah, man. This fight's so many question marks. I'm gonna say Tavares because look, like Mushroom said, like Chris Weidman didn't look the greatest before he was getting beat. He had a really tough fight with Amari Akhmadov, like a tougher fight than even Brad Tavares had. And then obviously he breaks his leg. And I don't give a shit who you are, Anderson Silva, Conor McGregor, Chris Weidman, like, and especially at 39, 37, 38 to do it, come back 30. Like you're going to come back at 70%. I hope Conor comes back and fights. I'm fading the fuck out of it because you're not going to have the same movement. You got metal in your leg now. Like you're not going to have the same movement. You're not going to have that same takeoff to get takedowns. Like your balance is going to be a little different. I don't know why the fuck he's coming back, to be honest. You know what I mean? He's 39 years old. It's not like you need to prove it
anymore. It could be the R word. This could be the R word.
Yeah, but you could retire without coming and taking a beating, man, because like
no fighter ever wants to retire without, like, unless it's like a career-ending injury. But they never want to retire without losing and like giving it one last go.
Yeah, but he's 37 when that happened. He's 39. You're almost 40, coming off a terrible.
No, I get it.
Yeah, you're gonna fight it. I mean, Brad Tavares, what, like 33, 34? But
35.
I mean, I just don't see how Weidman. I don't think Weidman's going to be able to get his wrestling going. It's just going to be a boring fight. I'd stay away. I'm picking Brad Tavares, and even on my thing right here, look at the bottom. Brad Tavares by fucking, I don't know.
It's not circled, and there's no green circle around it, so I don't believe it.
There was no lock, but
no lock next to it either.
None. But yeah, dude, there's so much red on this paper. You shouldn't have that much red and bet that fight, man.
Very, very true. Yeah, I agree with everybody here. I'm on Tavares, but like I am not confident whatsoever. I think this fight actually could play out to be a little bit closer than the line says, what everybody else thinks as well. This could be like one of those split decisions where the R word fight, like just giving Weidman one of those like little like, hey, here's your last shot. We're going to give you a 29-28, even though you probably shouldn't deserve it, but you're going to lose this fight anyways. But both guys aren't dangerous. It's like, it's a weird fight, and I don't like it. So I'm staying away, but I do think Tavares wins. I actually think he's going to win by decision. I'm saying by decision, so no bet.
So weird. This fight.
That's all I'm going to say because it's just a weird fight. I'm not even breaking it down any more than that.
That's it. That's all you get.
How can you break it down like that after giving me shit for saying I didn't like this one?
Because everyone else broke it down just as better than I did.
Love it. Good to know.
But I wanted to give you the opportunity to break this down for us. We got Ruben saying, is anyone worried so many people are on Aljo, or is it just obvious, or is it that obvious he should win? I think a lot of money is on O'Malley, if I'm not mistaken. But Aljo has a super clear path to victory, and we've seen it time and time again. But we'll get to that. I want to. Robert said, Brad is a bona fide lock. Old fighters bringing their kids to watch them fight for the first time is not a good sign. Frankie Edgar, Chris Gutierrez, also Cub Swanson. Oh, wait, he won. Shit.
Matt Brown.
Whoops.
Remember when he had to bring his kids into the cage, and then they gave Marina the win? That was crazy.
Yep. I expect Weidman to show flares of 2023 Tony Ferguson. There you go. Weidman by KO first round. Tavares fighting for Hawaii. Give him the Maui Powie. There you go.
Yeah.
Shady likes Tavares money line plus 1.5 and all that good stuff there. He's on Tavares train right there. So
it's good.
Look at all that real quick. I'm gonna leave it up there for a while.
He could look minus 2,000 if Weidman is washed, he possibly might be.
But he can also look minus 110 too.
Yeah.
Like, and go to decision. It's gonna be super close.
Yep.
Bunny Hunter likes the GOAT Tavares, but lock it in. Any Action Sportscast, definitely check them out as well. I got Fight Starts round 3. I like that. Said Pink Freud, what's up, Pink? He said, dang, late for the great stream. Look at these great cappers. Always appreciate you coming out, Pink. Definitely give us your bets and favorite picks here too as well, man. Weidman going to dominate like Cub Swanson. There you go. Yeah. Cheshire Cat, what is up? This dude has hella mushrooms for dick pride. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Jesus.
Yeesh. BC Dave. What is up, BC Dave? Late to arrive. What's up, my MMA homies? Always appreciate you coming out, BC Dave. If you want to join a Tapology group, 926 is the Tapology group to join. It's BC Dave started up. It was over 100 people. It's a killer's row, murderer's row of people. It's so hard to get in the top 10. Check it out. Group number 926. Go on Tapology, join it. He will accept it. And Cheshire Cat is just on the penis jokes here. Weidman going to wrestle for 3 rounds, easy decision. At 39 years old with a leg injury, BC Dave? Come on. Maybe 1 round. Can he get him down? That's another question. But we will move on to the main card. We have 85 people in this. Definitely hit the like button. There's the links below in the description for all of these guys. So definitely check them out. Hit the subscribe button for everybody here. They do breakdowns each and every week. They do great stuff. Definitely, I will say, as JohnnyKpicks, I will stamp of approval for all 3 of these gentlemen. Go there, subscribe to them if you're new and never been on this live stream before. But let's go to the first card of the main card, which is or first fight of the main card. Marlon Vera, Pedro Munoz. I will start this one off. This is going to be a very, very, very close fight. Both guys are super durable. They're very good strikers. They do have some grappling and wrestling they can use, both guys. But the difference is going to be, is Pedro going to out volume Vera to a decision, or is Vera going to out damage Pedro to a decision? I'm leaning Vera to out damage him to a decision, but I do think Pedro is going to be able to win a round, or at least the first round, because Vera does not win the first round at all. He gets stronger as the fight goes. Pedro kind of fades as the fight goes, but not like death gases or anything, but you can tell his volume slows down as the fight goes on. But very fun fight here, but some people may think it's boring, but I think it's going to be a good striking battle. And give me Vera to win by decision. It's going to be close. I have Pedro plus 3.5 spread. I do think he's going to be able to win 1 round, and it's going to go decision, and it's going to be 29-28 or even a split decision for Vera to win. Cody, who do you like?
Yeah, man, I got Marlon Vera by decision in a close fight, man. See it the same way you do a little bit. You know, I see Pedro Munoz coming out. He comes out hot in the first round. He throw a lot of punches, a lot of leg kicks. He doesn't really grapple too much. He's got good grappling, but he uses it defensively usually. But Marlon Vera, as we know, usually starts out slow for the first 3.5, 4 minutes of the first round, and then comes on strong in the second and third. And from what I've seen, even when you watch like Pedro Munoz versus Dominic Cruz and some other fights, man, he does, even his last fight, he starts slowing down in that second round and third round. He doesn't have as much output. And somebody that's bigger with decent movement can just move around and pot shot him. I mean, even Aljamain Sterling beat him standing up. He didn't even take him to the ground. He just was going around the ring, pot shotting him and stuff. So I think it's going to play out pretty close. Maybe that overline at minus 350 is just crazy, because I know Pedro Munoz has never been finished, but he's also never been front kicked in the face by Marlon Vera. Like, he's a very dangerous 135-pound fighter, man. So I'm staying away from that over-under. I didn't bet this fight at all. I'm just going to watch it as a fan. It should be a good fight. Both these dudes are tough as nails. So, but give me Marlon Vera by close decision. I think you're muted, Johnny.
Crown of Combat, guys. I pulled a Cody there. Sorry.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah. So ultimately, it's got to be Cheeto here, right? I mean, listen, the guy, his last matchup, I was taking him close to even odds with Corey Sandhagen. And you look at the matchup that he presented, he's mixing in takedowns. He's getting top control time. He's throwing kicks at all levels. He's mixing in step through switch stance combinations. And Corey's got great defense of his own. Does Pedro Munoz check off all those boxes while being a long, lanky, rangy striker? I think Pedro, what he needs to do is get into the pocket or throw calf kicks from the outside and hope that he's not being checked and countered. Well, you see, like Jose Aldo, when you're able to check his calf kicks and provide counters to them, it really slows down Munoz's overall output. And Munoz is going to need to charge in the pocket into those elbows and front kicks. listen, I think Cheeto at plus 350 inside the distance is, I think Cody was just saying, same idea. Appreciate you, Joe Dirt. You're the man. And hey, do the same, everyone. Subscribe all around. Make sure you're following Mushroom Us and all. Appreciate everyone. But yeah, so Cheeto. And then I was seeing like round 2 is like plus 1,000 and round 3 is plus 1,600, like round betting for Cheeto Vera. Have we lost our minds? I think there's some value on that. Though, you know, once again, we're digging into grandma's couch. Maybe you go into grandpa's armchair if it's getting a little light in the couch cushions after all this time, you know. You can find a little change somewhere. What do you think, Guri? You got anything else to add to that bad boy?
Yeah, no, not only that, I also think that he's secretly, Marlon Vera is the most violent guy that Pedro has faced, period. And I even am including Sean O'Malley in that, because Chris Gutierrez is a leg kick dork, and Dominic Cruz was old, and Jose Aldo was at the end of his rope, and Jimmy Rivera is a wrestler that likes to box too much, and Frankie Edgar was unbelievably old, and you know, he survived versus Aljamain Sterling, who has pillows for hands. Like, it's all good. Like, I don't even know what else to say. Like, he hasn't fought somebody the level of finisher that is Marlon Cheeto Vera. So I actually think in a grandma's couch cushion type play on a finish, he's just so durable is of course the problem. And Marlon Vera in his own right is a slow starter, and B, can kind of just be generally low output, especially if somebody's not bringing him the fight. Right? If Pedro Munoz starts to push the pace, I actually think it's going to be a problem for him, because that's when he's going to get countered and fucked up really badly by Cheeto. But if he actually tries to stay smart and stay low output and safe, he actually might find himself in a decision where it might be split or something crazy, because again, Cheeto can just take too much time. But I like Cheeto, and inside the distance might just be too dangerous to avoid.
There you go. Mushroom.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can add much more, but I do like the 5-inch reach advantage as well in this spot. Yeah, I think he's gonna have to come crashing in. He's gonna get met with shit. He's gonna get met with fucking knees and fucking elbows on his way in. I like Vera, man. I like Vera inside the distance. That's the third official play that I played on my station. So ITD, I think I got it at plus 300. I love it, man. I love that play, especially late. And I got some parlays out there. Little third round here, little KO here. Oh, yeah. Sprinkles all abound. Oh, and 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Listen, the family's all here. I got my kids here and everything now. Everybody's showing up. I don't want to get out early. I'd hate to do it to you guys. Okay. I'll just give my last, just real quick, I'll just give my picks for Bautista Blackshear. I'm going to go with Blackshear again. I don't know how he wins it, but I'm going to take the plus money at plus 180. That's the fourth bet from my station, official pick I played. I'm going to go Ian Gary over Magny. I kind of like the sub because of Magny's shitty sub defense. It's really good money for that. He could knock him out because of the kid comments. I think he finishes Magny at some point inside the distance. Nobody is losing their belt this weekend. I'm on Weili Zhang. I like Weili Zhang inside the distance. You look at her knockout, her sub props, beautiful stuff there. And Aljamain Sterling, baby, he's going to finish Sean O'Malley. He's either going to choke him the fuck out or he's pounding his fucking head through the canvas. Mark my fucking words. Those are my bets. Listen, guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I see some regulars on my show out there. Thank you, guys. I love everybody. I love this fucking sport. I'm sorry to cut out. If you guys ever need me for another show, anybody out there, let me know when it comes to you. And you know how I am my show. There's only one thing left to say, baby. Let's fucking go. Violence. Thank you, guys.
Love it.
Later, Mushroom. Appreciate you,
brother. Love it, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Well, definitely check out Mushroom if you don't know who he is. He's an amazing guy, which is why we have him on here. Mushroom MMA. Go there on Twitter. Go there on YouTube. Subscribe, follow. He does amazing stuff. He's a great supporter of the community. He's a great guy, and he has great food pictures every time on Twitter. So definitely check it out. Like I said, I believe all of us have done that fight, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mushroom messed me up. So
yeah.
But we'll move on up to the next one here. Mario Bautista versus Damon Blackshear. Cody, start this one off.
Yeah, this is a tough fight to call. You know, they just put it together quick. I didn't get to do tape study on this. They put it together after I did my thing. But going back and forth on what I like all week, but I'm going with Blackshear, man. I'm gonna go with Blackshear. I think that he's gonna have the better wrestling in this fight. Like, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I'm not his weight cut looked fine, everything looked fine. He's the same size as Bautista. I'm not that sold on Bautista. Like, he's good, but dude, if you go look at the people he's been beating, it's terrible. Like, he's fighting Guido Canetti and freaking Benito Lopez, who didn't fight in 5 years. Like, the UFC literally is trying to build this dude up. But you get knocked out by Trevin Jones, and that's a weird look. He looked good, decent against Sandhagen, and cracked him until he got submitted. But give me Damon Blackshear. I think he has the grappling upside here, even though it looks like Bautista has really good grappling because he's been choking out Guido Canetti and Benito Lopez. Like, when he fought Jay Perrin was landing the takedowns in that fight. You know what I mean? So if Jay Perrin's landing the takedowns, I'm going to say that Blackshear can land the takedowns. And I like Blackshear at that big plus money, man.
Right on. Chronic Combat.
Yeah, feeling like going with Bautista here, but Blackshear has never been finished, even on the short notice. I know Zalal started putting it on late, but I see Bautista in kind of a similar light where he's got some control wrestling. He's got nice rangy striking. And that Trevin Jones thing, man, like, it sticks out in my mind, but I mean, that dude's got some severe bonk ability, and we've seen it multiple times, you know? And if you start thinking you're safe and you're getting into a rhythm and you can get caught by a counter like that, you know, lesson learned. At least you would hope so. Damon Blackshear, I feel like his biggest finishing threat is going to come on the mat here. But I think by getting into that wrestling and the second weight cut in 2 weeks, we saw him on short notice against Yusuf Zalal fade down the stretch. I think he might not even get off to as fast of a start here. I like Bautista's game a little bit better, and I think he's got a decent size to be able to hold off Blackshear's offensive wrestling. I think Jose Johnson is, you know, one of the more easy guys to take down out there. And going into that fight, the Blackshear submission was like one of the safer kind of ideas that we had going into it. I think, you know, the line might be a little bit wider if he was taking this matchup on short notice, not coming off of that 1 week. But, you know, I think the guys that got real finishing equity in this fight is Blackshear. I don't think Bautista is getting a finish. So I got Bautista round 3 or decision. Guru.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Whammy. Yeah, no, I like Mario Bautista here. He's somebody that, the biggest mark, the biggest thing you got to look at is exactly what Cody says, and it's his level of competition in the last 4 fights. It's been low. The win streak is low. However, he's been training a full camp to fight Cody Garbrandt. So the dude is absolutely ready to roll, and a double weight cut for Blackshear, a guy that has 2 knockouts in his pro career. Trevin Jones. I mean, Trevin Jones has a high fight IQ in terms of striking and has an ability to bonk more than I would say that Damon Blackshear does, certainly on the feet. The only chance I would say Blackshear has is Bautista getting more tired than him and then Blackshear getting the sub. He's not getting a twister. He's not Jose Johnson. That's not what's happening here. So I like Mario Bautista and the over 1.5. I got it at plus 100 on Bet365. And I also like, Mario Bautista round 3 decision, or just the Mario Bautista decision, because at the end of the day, Mario Bautista is a bit of a decisionator, other than, you count the 3 round 1 finishes he just had. But I'm going to give Damon Blackshear his props. He's not Guido Canetti, Benito Lopez, or live by the sword, died by the sword, Boom Boom Kelleher.
Yes, sir. Yeah, see, I really wish this fight wasn't happening on short notice for Blackshear, because I do think this would be a banger of a fight. It's going to be, but it'd be even more of a banger just because you have those red flags of weight cut, especially a week later, he's fighting again. And both guys are well-rounded. They both have good striking. They both have good grappling. They both have decent good wrestling too. Like, you may give Blackshear a little bit of an edge here. You may give Bautista a little bit of edge here. But with the cardio, the cardio concerns me, because Blackshear did take a fight on short notice before. He looked good for 2 rounds, and then he kind of survived the 3rd round with the Zalal fight, or Yusuf fight, and he got 10-8'd. So could that happen again? It could, especially after a week he just fought. I know it was only like a minute or two, but Bautista's good. And I mean, I think Blackshear is really good too. This is just a weird fight. I'm staying away from a betting angle, but I have to go with Bautista as a pick. But if they actually fought like on like a full camp, or even if Blackshear took this fight like 2 or 3 weeks notice, I would probably pick Blackshear. But on principle, I have to pick Bautista here because I just think after the first round, if Blackshear can't get the submission or a knockout, he's going to start fading, and Bautista will take over because he always pushes forward. He's going to push a pace. I mean, he could get caught and he could get taken down and submitted right away, but is it going to happen? We don't know. So give me Bautista. I'll say by decision because Blackshear's never been finished either. So let's see what we got here. Shady. He said they should have bumped Tavares and Weidman to the main out of respect for the seasoned vets, especially with the late replacement. I agree. I don't know why the Bautista fight's on the main card. I'll be honest.
So I'll tell you why they do this, and it's something to think about for everybody moving forward. Think about this from a marketing standpoint. If you're the UFC, you're paying for this card regardless. Now you have to showcase the free fights in the best way that you can. So the headlining fight of your free fight is going to get more viewers than the pay-per-view. It generally does because it's on TV. So you're going to cap it off with an exciting fight like Weidman and Tavares and actually give them their respect in that way that they're looking at it, that lens. And instead, they just put this replacement fight on there because you're paying for the card, not for Chris Weidman and Tavares. You're paying for the card for Ian Gary and your 2 title fights.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, putting Weidman on there is not going to sell any more or less pay-per-views.
Yeah, and it is the featured fight before the main card as well. So I mean, at least it's not like number 3 or fight number 3 or 1 or 2 where actually all 3 of those fights I think will be better than that fight. But it is what it is. We'll move on up to the next one here. We're gonna do Neil Magny versus Ian Gary. Cody, start this one off for us.
Yeah, this should be a close fight. Like a decent fight. I don't know, man. I don't like after a while. Like Ian Gary's good. He's got that fast head kick. We didn't really get to see him when he took a step up in competition against Rodriguez because it just happened so quick. But he had like where he won all 3 rounds, but like close fights with like Darian Weeks and who was the other one? Gabe Green. Not like he obviously clearly won, but this is a big step up in competition. And I don't know, man. I think it's going to be kind of close. I think Neil Magny will get that like some clinch time in this fight because that's what he does. He's pretty durable. He's only been KO'd 2 times in his whole career, and that was like 7-8 years ago. He got KO'd by Ponzinibbio and by Lorenz Larkin. He's been submitted a lot, but he's been submitted by like high-level black belts. Like nobody that's submitted him has been under a black belt. It's all high-level black belts, and Ian Machado is like a blue belt, so I don't see him submitting him. And then I don't know if he just knocks out Neil Magny. Neil Magny likes to make these fights so dirty and keep it so close because his striking's not that good. If you actually watch Neil Magny, his boxing's not good. He holds his hands weird and stuff. So I don't know, man. I stayed away from this fight. I could see it going over. I actually would like Ian Machado by decision, but I'm not betting anything on this fight.
Right on. Chronic Combat.
It's the Machado, man.
We love Ian Gary on this podcast. Now listen, at least for this week for sure, we're rocking with Ian Gary. We got him early. We got him middle of the week. We're taking him late. I think again he's Natalia Silva. I mean, he's about as safe this week as you can be. Neil Magny has 0 finishing upside. His best bet is to hold him and grind him. And Machado is just, I'm calling him Machado out of respect. Out of respect to his beautiful wife and baby. But
the cradle robber.
Yeah, I mean, listen, God bless both of them. Anyway, listen, I think that Ian Gary's going to get it done. In any way that he wants to. He's been training out there in Brazil for the last 2 months with fucking Charles Oliveira. So that's why everybody's been smelling that sub prop. There's not as much value on it as there should be, but I still think it's live because he might just go for it just because he's a sick fuck, because he's gonna rock him on the feet and maybe just grab his neck.
Because Magny likes doing a little bit of this.
Likes doing that, gives it a little giraffe, little turtle, little giraffe.
Yes, he does.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like Ian Gary. Can you avoid the clinch fest? Are you going to put yourself and that Gary has at least proven that he can play the outside game. He's getting the big cage here. He's going to be the more athletic, faster guy at this juncture, and his wrestling is underrated. I just think I think inside the distance here, sure, good idea. But I mean, let's be serious. We've seen Ian Gary win a lot of decisions before, and a lot of the shit talking, oh, he's going to finish him now. Like, there could be a lot of steam the other way, and you could catch some juice at that plus 200 decision prop. That's why I got ahead early, got on Ian Gary last Saturday before the last fight card ended, before all the line movement. You get a minus 298. You put him with Cheeto Vera. Mm-hmm. And then you get a minus 350 really on 365, and you throw in Natalia Silva. Yeah. And then there you go. Now you got a few units out on Ian Gary, and it's spread out.
Killed that line, dude. That's a good line.
And that's how I learned. Make sure you're looking at the fight card for next week tonight, because tomorrow I'm serious. Because tomorrow morning when you wake up, the money lines that were there tonight will be gone tomorrow, because the big guys that get their money back tonight, they put it right back into next week, and those lines change.
Yeah, we're definitely not moving the market, but
we're learning.
But we're learning.
You're not? I thought you guys were. That's why I watched you.
So, hey, listen, you get them $20 units, they'll get the bookies every time,
Chronic market movers, man.
You should watch Chronic Combat for a lot of reasons, but moving the markets probably isn't
Yeah, I'm on the Gary side here. I think he wins this fight. I don't want to say easily, but pretty convincing, if you want to say. I think he can get the knockout. I think he can get a decision win too. But I would throw out there, why don't we just combine the two? What about a third? Let's do a mushroom here. Third round or decision prop at plus 140. I think that's a very good play. I actually don't think he's going to be able to finish him unless it's in the third round. He did it to his who did he do it to last in the third round? I can't think of it. There you go. And I mean, he's not really known to be the most durable guy. Like Magny, yes, he loses by submission a lot, but he is pretty durable on the feet. Is Gary gonna try to wrestle him like Burns and Shavkat? No way whatsoever. So I can see Magny, surviving a round and a half, 2 rounds, and then Gary just short notice. Magny may gas out a little bit, and then he can get a knockout in the third, or win a decision. So I like Gary to win this one a lot. I think he can win by knockout or decision. So I like the third round decision prop though, from my best bet.
That's a good bet, man. And like, what'd you say it was plus money?
Yeah, plus 140, I think.
I kind of like that. I bet the freaking over in the last fight with Rodriguez, because Rodriguez never been finished. He got kicked in the face right away.
Yep. Let's see. Paul, he favors fight to go the distance. Dev said, Ian, don't hit your kids, Gary. Definitely. Cheshire said, Magny's going to get finished. Okay.
Possibly.
It can happen.
I mean, that head kick, Gary's head kick's freaking nice, dude. So I think if he gets finished, it's going to be hitting him with that head kick.
Ian Gary's literally pissed off at him. Like, they were cool and fine. Like, I think he had a lot of respect for Neil until he actually said that shit about his kids. I don't think there was any script about that. I think he's actually fucking pissed off now. And Neil Magny, again, on short notice here.
I'll take
made weight like a consummate professional. I don't know. I think
Magny's not knocking out anybody. He went to decision 19 times or something in his career. Come on. He ain't knocking out
durable,
anybody.
Dude. He took some big shots from Jeff Neal. He took a lot of big shots in his career, and he finds a way to survive, and he makes it dirty. Like, I know Jeff Neal was a more dangerous opponent as far as just straight striking, but which he was going to be. That was going to be a good fight, but it's weird because Neil Magny's cardio has never been an issue. He trains in Colorado. Like, that's never been an issue, and he's like a cardio dude. And it was just weird that Ian Gary was only minus 175 to Jeff Neal, but he's minus 500 to freaking Neil Magny. And Neil Magny, he doesn't present the same power on his feet, but he presents a whole different problem in the grappling. Like, I would be more worried about Ian Gary ever getting beat by a grappler than a striker. Even though we did see Kenan Song clip him, I think that he's going to beat most strikers, but the person that's going to beat Ian Gary is probably going to be a grappler, because that's just what it seems like it'd be. He's more of a striker, but we're going to see. We're going to find out a lot about his grappling tonight for sure.
Yep. You got Brooklyn Lou. What's up, Brooklyn? He said, Magny, the better value bet. He should lose to Gary, but he's no lock. I agree. The value is on Magny for sure. He's a veteran. And like he can make this a dirty fight and go to decision. And then you never know. You never know what the judges are going to do. We've seen some bad judging. So I get it. Cody, when are you going to do blackjack again?
Man, soon. I'll do it this week. Yeah, I'll do it this week, man. I've been wanting to do it, but I've just been so busy each night doing all kinds of different stuff. Tapes.
Right on. We got Lenny with the dono. Definitely appreciate it, Lenny. What percentage do you put Brad Tavares to win, Cody? What do you think, percentage-wise?
It's freaking weird, dude. But like, it's weird. Like, I don't want to bet the fight. I want to stay away from it. But I think, like, dude, honestly, like 80%. I don't think that Chris Weidman's going to be 70% of what he was before he hurt his leg at 37. I think somebody said earlier, we might get like a Tony Ferguson type thing. That might be that, dude. Like, give me like, honestly, 80%. I don't see Chris Weidman winning this fight. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say like 75% range. He should win this fight, but with Tavares, like he's just not a finisher. It scares me a bit, and we don't know what's Weidman's gonna look like. He might look like crap, or he might look okay, and then drag this fight to decision. And again, I just said it. We don't know what the judges are gonna do in a close decision. So I would say 75%. What do you think, Chronic Combat? Ruru, what do you think?
50? I'm looking at my calculator here. Dude, I don't line this fight. You can't line Brad Tavares as more of a -150 favorite. You cannot give him more than a 60% chance in this fight. No fucking.
I love it.
No way. That's you think, dude? Because that's what you said. You said 80%, right? Yeah. You said 80%, Cody.
I said 75.
Listen, I don't even care about it.
It's a -400. So if he's minus 280 or whatever,
I don't care about it. I'm saying what I like, bro. Like, I don't even care about lines. Like, I honestly don't think Chris Weidman can win this fight because I don't before he broke his leg, it would have. But I can't bet it because like with the Tavares stuff. But like before he broke his leg, if him and Brad Tavares would have fought then like it would have been still a close fight. Like after his fight with Armari Akhmedov, it might have been around -150. Like it would have been that. But now he's broke his leg. He had infections, dude. He couldn't train or fight for like 8-9 months, and then like all the stuff. Then coming back at 39, like I don't see him landing any takedowns, and I don't see him knocking out Tavares. And Tavares has better striking than him. I want to say 100%. I think Tavares could be awesome. He could be the one that looks like the most money because like I think that Chris Weidman literally comes out after breaking his leg at 39 and he just don't have it. Like I don't think I don't think he lands takedowns, so I can't really see where he wins. So it's hard to even give him 80% when it's like, how the fuck do I even see the dude winning? Like boxing up Tavares ain't gonna happen. So it's weird. It's weird. So I just stay away because like Weidman might come out and land some takedowns. Who knows? I don't.
Yeah. TB, you gonna give us your percentage or?
Oh, oops! I got like 500%. Brad Tavares.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, at least 69%. 69.4. 420%.
Oh, love it.
I really don't see how Weidman wins this fight. I don't even see why he's.
I mean, because as long as he drags it out, he has to drag it out.
He doesn't even need necessarily takedowns. What if you just can hold him in the clinch?
Oh God.
And then he's not taking strikes, and it goes to some.
I'm with you, Guru. I know
Cub Swanson just won a fight, guys. I think
I'm with you.
I'm with you. A leg break, gruesome leg break. Like you see what Silva looked like when he came back from his leg kicks. Like he breaking his leg. Like he was getting beat by he just wasn't the same fighter, and he was only like 34, 35 at that time. So I don't
got their $2 worth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
I mean, Weidman comes out the All-American, but at 39 with that injury.
All right. So real quick, we got 100 people in the chat. We always appreciate everyone showing up. Definitely check out Chronic Combat. The link is in the description. Like and subscribe to them. Obviously, Cody from Blood Money MMA Bets. If you don't know him, you probably already should. So definitely like and subscribe the video. And everybody here on the round table here, we're going to move on up to the next co-main event because we got about 10 minutes before they start everything. Weili Zhang, I believe is pronounced, versus Amanda Lemos. Chronic Combat. Start it off for us.
I really like Zhang Weili in this spot. I think she's the more well-rounded fighter basically everywhere. And the biggest question mark for her has just been the time off. But I really think that she's been taking that time off to be a true consummate champion. Make sure her body's right. Make sure her mind is right. Going to all the different camps, drilling on the holes that she feels like she has. And Amanda Lemos is a girl that, we look at 16 months ago when she fought Jessica Andrade. We thought Jessica Andrade looked the best that she'd ever looked, and Lemos was just another random person tapping out to a standing arm triangle. Like, it was wild. It was not a good look. All of a sudden, you beat what? Waterson Gomez, who hasn't won a fight since she changed her name, and Marina Rodriguez, who, what would we line Marina Rodriguez versus Zhang Weili? I would pick Zhang Weili in by round one finish. She'd take her down in 1 second and brutalize her. It would be bad news bears for Marina Rodriguez. So, other than Amanda Lemos catching her round one, round two with some sort of freak knockout, I don't give her much of a chance here. And as the fight goes on, I don't give her cardio much of anything either.
I saw the look of fear in Amanda Lemos' eyes. I saw
at weigh-ins and everywhere else.
That was the same look we saw when Jessica Andrade got her in the standing arm triangle. It's happening again. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, Weili's athletic wrestling game and striking on the feet, I think she should be able to stay safe because she's going to be water. She's going to go the path of least resistance here. So let's go. Weili parlay Weili submission plus 450.
We parlayed it to Gregory Rodriguez submission. If you want to go to actual grandma's couch cushions, please don't bet real money on that. But you parlay Gregory Rodriguez sub and Weili sub, and we're dancing.
Nice.
I like it. Cody.
Yeah, I went into this fight wanting to bet Amanda Lemos at plus 265 because Amanda Lemos is super good. I watched the tape and she's super good. She's super powerful. She even kept great cardio into the third when she beat up Marina Rodriguez and finished her. But it ultimately comes down to the fact that I think Weili's going to have that grappling advantage, man. And in that grappling advantage, when she gets that going, she's going to be putting it on Lemos, I think. But I couldn't bet this fight. The bet of this fight's like under 4.5. If you bet that, maybe even the under 3.5 is a good look. Because both these girls are finishers and they both go at it. And Lemos is going to be hitting so hard that either Weili's going to be trying to get this fight to the ground early. Because Lemos is a counter striker, dude. So Weili can't really just come forward throwing all kinds of crazy shots. She's going to get front kicked in the face like Rose did, or that Amanda Lemos front kick to the face on Angela Hill was pretty nice. But she's just so dangerous. I just stayed away from parlay and Weili Zhang or whatever, but I do like that under 4.5 because I think both these girls are live for the finish. I think either you get Lemos getting that first or second round finish, or you get Weili getting that third or fourth. So under 4.5 is my favorite bet for this one. And I'm going to take Weili to get either TKO or submission on the ground.
Yeah, I'm with you guys too. I like the under, or if fight doesn't go the distance. After weigh-ins, I really, really, really like Weili now. You can see it in Amanda's eyes. It wasn't a good weight cut. She weighed 114. She kind of looked like Skeletor a little bit, and she was just kind of like how Tefan looked the week before. He did not look good in weigh-ins either, and that's why I put another unit on Dobson, because I was confident Dobson would win. Put another unit on him after that, and it hit. So Weili is a beast, though. She's very good everywhere. She worked on her wrestling, her ground game. So now she's very well rounded. And Lemos, she's got good sneaky submissions, very good striking power. But her cardio is I think after that weight cut and seeing her on the scales, I think she's going to start fading as the fight goes on. So I see a late, Weili finish, third or fourth round. I think it's going to happen. Maybe even late second round, because I think Lemos is first round or bust at this point. And we'll see what happens after that. So give me Weili to win. I'm going to say by knockout. I'll say in the third round or fourth round, she gets it done for sure. I don't think this fight gets to the fifth round. Let's put it that way. There's no way.
You guys think Weili, yes, real quick, you think Weili has the better striking than Lemos, though?
Maybe not in the first round.
But Lemos,
Second round, yeah.
Exactly. And how good is Lemos' striking? Her striking so amazing. Like you're just watching it, and it's like watching Sean O'Malley strike. It's like it's beautiful. No, she's got some power for a light.
Well, she's athletic and fast and has power for a girl. That's what's like special because most girls don't have that. You know what I mean?
So, she's also 36 years old too.
Yeah, Weili's 34. That blew my mind. I didn't think Weili was 30. Like when I was doing stuff. Yeah. I can't wait for these fights. I can't wait for them. Especially
it's gonna be good.
We're not too much further.
Yeah, main event time, boys.
Main event time here. Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley. Cody, you can start this one off.
Yeah, man, this should be a good fight. It would be better. I could maybe take a side on O'Malley if I had seen him fight somebody good or fight somebody with decent grappling or fight somebody that tried to grapple him at any point in his career. So I knew, besides Petr Yan, we've seen he was able to take him down repeatedly, I think 5 or 6 takedowns, but he doesn't have the jiu-jitsu to, sink the hooks in and do all that. He really don't do that. But Aljamain Sterling does, dude. Aljamain Sterling, underrated striking. I didn't like this guy either. I still don't like the guy. Like, as a guy, like, I don't like how he won the title, all that stuff, and like even how he acts, but you got to respect the fighting. Like, when it comes down to money, dude, I'm telling you, in the end, if you, instead of just betting your favorite fighter, if you like, just watch the fight and have fun, because sometimes, I don't know, man, it's just not worth it. Like, O'Malley's got good striking. There's a lot of people like with good striking, but man, if your grappling ain't on the level and you're fighting one of the top 3 to 5 grapplers in the whole UFC, it's tough, man. I feel like Aljamain's been in there with people with decent striking. He's able to put the pressure on and land takedowns, just like he did with like Corey Sandhagen. Even put the pressure on him, got him out of there in under 2 minutes. I just think that, and it's not like O'Malley's a 23-year-old kid, but it's like too much too soon. Like, because he went from like 12 in the world to fight Petr Yan at number 1, and then just got this spot. But he skipped all these people that I need to see him fight. You know what I mean? To see what his grappling's like, to see what his striking's like against other people that can really strike. I've seen it against Marlon Vera for a little bit. You know what I mean? And he got fucking elbowed out quick on the ground versus Vera. I know he hurt his leg, but even when they're on the ground, your legs hurt. That don't mean shit. And he got elbowed out quick. So give me Aljamain Sterling, dude. I do like Sean O'Malley, and I think he's good at fighting. Like, I think he's got good striking. That I just think this is like the worst matchup in the world, other than probably Merab too, you know. But I think this is even worse because Merab's going to take you down. He's got the decent jiu-jitsu and stuff, but like Aljamain like takes you down and you don't get back up, and you better be able to defend everything or you're going to get choked out. Like, even Aljamain was like, I got to win. He's like, I beat your coach at a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tournament, and his coach is like a bad dude too. And Aljo's just big for 135. He's strong, fighting at going up to 145 after this.
Looked fantastic on the scales.
Aljo rear naked choke in under 3 rounds.
Hopefully it's a 3rd round. Crown of Combat, who do you like here?
All right, that's it. It's gonna get crazy.
No, listen, I got a number for you. The number is 24. Do you know what that significance of that number is? 24% is Aljamain Sterling's takedown accuracy. 24%. It is not high, and that's against. That's including 5 takedowns versus fucking one-armed TJ Dillashaw. So you have to think that's inflating it a little bit. I'm telling you, Sean O'Malley has underrated grappling. So I'm not necessarily he's going to stop takedowns or too many of them, especially if he gets in deep. But this assumption that he's just going to get submitted and the second he's backpacked vis-a-vis the Corey Sandhagen fight, I don't see that way. And here's my biggest tinfoil hat thing. I bet this fight doesn't go the distance at -135. I have the ticket. It is now -250.
That's
you know what that means? Mm-hmm. You know what that means? The fight is gonna now go the distance. I'm telling you. This is why. No, and this is why. Who does Aljamain Sterling finish? Corey Sandhagen in a lucky fight and a one-armed TJ Dillashaw. He doesn't finish fights.
Hit Stamen with that Silva.
Come on, Cody Stamen.
There's got to be some more.
And let's just be real about the Sugar Show hype. He hasn't finished a high-level opponent. He didn't finish Petr Yan, and he didn't finish Pedro Munoz. So I'm not convinced that he's finishing Aljamain Sterling as much as I want to pick him, and I think that there's value on his money line. That's the other thing. and I'm going to let TB go. Aljamain Sterling, his whole title run, been even money this whole time. Now you want to pay minus 250 against the most explosive guy he's ever fought after he didn't beat Henry Cejudo. He lost 2, 3, and 5.
Whoa.
Thank you.
That is a hot take.
Hot
but okay.
take.
I kind of like Cejudo in that fight too. I kind of, but it was close. I don't know.
It was.
No,
it was.
Aljo won that fight.
So here's what I'll say. And
it was close, but he won.
You know, listen, I mean, O'Malley kind of presents a couple things from a range and size perspective that Aljo hasn't faced as much recently. The knee up the middle as Aljo's ducking in for takedowns is certainly a live factor, and that's something that O'Malley landed on Jan as well. That's what opened up the cut in round 3, right?
Boom.
Now, the other thing, I know Jan gets in on these takedowns and he lands, and O'Malley gives up his back getting to his feet. I see O'Malley continually getting to his feet, and I think Piotr Jan has – I mean, how many takedowns did Piotr Jan land on Aljamain Sterling
and hold him down?
So I'm not, like, placing a big bet on this fight. It's not going on our Bet MMA tips, but something has just been, like, getting at me all week, and I feel like this fight, 1, is going to go the distance, and 2, O'Malley by decision at plus 900 could be one of the, you know, Aljamain Sterling. We haven't seen O'Malley's cardio tested to that extent, but I've seen him look just as fresh in round 3, striking from distance. And if Aljo, who keeps talking about moving up weight, if he slows down at all after backpacking for the first 2 rounds, I could see a 3, 4, 5, you know, a distance striking if O'Malley starts stuffing takedowns along the way. But I have no confident bet from that perspective. I like Guru when he got in on it early. I was like, oh, damn, I missed it. And now, like him, I'm getting a little sketch. So I respect your guys' plays. And if anything, I'll have a little, I'll have a little small play on O'Malley. But
I'm quite spooked, but even more excited about this fight and all these fights, honestly.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, I hope your bet hits. Let's put it that way. But I am on the Aljo side, and I'm heavy on Aljo. Like, yes, O'Malley has a chance to win. I'm not saying he's not. But there is a super clear path to victory, and that's for Aljo to wrestle. And I don't even care if it takes him 9 times. He gets this fight to the ground once, it could be over. So and I do get your point with the takedown accuracy, but a lot of the times, like, UFC counts like any and every little dinky attempt as a takedown attempt. So I don't like looking at that kind of stat. I get your point, though. I'm not saying he's like a great like double leg takedown power wrestler that he's going to take like blades or something like that, if you want to say. But Aljamain's going to work him up against the cage and then pretty much wear him down until he gets taken down. So I think that's going to be the game plan for him. He's not going to strike with O'Malley. O'Malley needs to stuff the takedowns early. And if this fight gets out of the second round, I think Aljo's going to eventually get the submission, or it will go to decision and Aljo will win a decision. It may be close, but I do think it's going to be an Aljo decision here. But yeah, I got Aljo to win, money line, and I think he gets it done. I'm not going to touch the over-unders here because I can actually see it go either way. It can go to decision or someone can get a finish. So I just stayed away from the over-unders. But we are about ready to start the fights here. So I'm going to let Chronic Combat tell us where we can find you and everybody here in the chat, and we'll go from there.
Seriously, listen, thank you guys so much for having us on. We love breaking down fights with you, hanging out with you, Johnny, and you, Cody. Just unbelievable time. You guys are awesome. Hope one day to really link up and watch some fights in person. That's
for sure. They're great.
Listen, everybody in the chat, seriously, thank you. So hopefully you liked what we had to say and enjoyed our content. We go live every single Wednesday. There's a UFC card at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Chronic Combat over on YouTube. So please, we're on our climb up to 500 subscribers so we can finally get monetized.
So close.
So close. So please help us with the subscriptions over there. Every like, every subscribe means everything. And honestly, we're even doing the Dana White Contender Series content. So please check us out on Mondays. We go live at 9 p.m. to break that down. Super quick pod. You can follow my unbelievable co-host, TB Scouting MMA, on Twitter, Verdict, Instagram, and Tapology. And you can follow me, Guru Scouting MMA, on Twitter, Verdict, Instagram, and Tapology. But guys, seriously, I can't say it much. Thanks so much for having us on. We had a fucking blast. And anytime you want us back,
Anytime, man.
Back, we're down.
Cody, you want to say something real quick?
Just follow these guys, man. Both of them. Follow them on all their platforms, and then follow the Chronic Combat Conversations because it's a good show. They know their stuff. They got good stats. They got good bets. It's good. I think that they definitely need to be to getting paid on YouTube, get up to the 1,000 and all that. And dudes deserve it, man. They've been putting in a lot of work for a long time now, and they're really cool dudes. That's the biggest thing. Like we have everybody on here that's just super cool dudes. You know, no negative energy, no bad energy. We might get some crazy energy with Mushroom and me a little bit, but we are
all good though.
As long as you're cool, being cool with the community, everything get you on, man. And we love having you dudes on, and we both been on your channel. It's good stuff. So everybody follow Chronic Combat. And then just Blood Money for me at Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube, Blood Money MMA Bets. Follow me.
Yep.
Get some good bets.
Yep. Yeah. Once again, definitely follow Chronic Combat, Mushroom MMA. The links are below in the description where to get to their channels. So like and subscribe them. Me and Cody go live on Thursday nights and also Saturdays, as you see right now. So definitely check us out. Hit like and subscribe. Hit the notifications so you know when you're updated, when the lives are coming out too. So hope everybody wins their bets. Good luck, everybody, on the fights. Hope you enjoy them. I think it will be a fun card. And we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.
Later, everybody.